Welcome back to Disturbing the Priest. We are here again with This Month in Metal, covering this month, that is May. All the metal clickbait you see on Loudwire, Metal Injection, we cover it here on the show. We figure out what's bullshit, what's legit. We're joined by a new guest every month. This month, we are joined by the great Pete Angelo, Big Doom himself.
Yes, thank you. Thank you for having me. Thank you for inviting me to just cause metalheads more fucking stress and yell at me about things.
We won't bring up Testament this time.
Yeah, well, fuck all of you. I'm still fucking right. You all just misunderstood everything. Every point I was making, everyone didn't get. They're like, well, they're not the big four because they had the most critical success. Not what I was talking about. All right, fuck off. All right.
So
fuck.
What happened is last time you were on the podcast, you mentioned that Testament has the most consistent discography out of thrash bands, and it's funny because every time
more than the big four. Everyone else brought up Exodus. I love Exodus. One of what I was talking about. Yeah. I think they're more consistent. And if anything, they're at least more consistent later on. Like, if you look at the last 20 years of the big four versus Testament's last 20 years, Testament's is better. I'm doing this all over again. God fucking damn it.
This is, our second reel has been made. I'm kidding now.
Damn it.
All right, yeah. Well, I actually agree with that statement still. Even with Exodus.
I love Exodus.
Yeah, but anyway, we have a pretty fucked month here. It just sucks, man. I feel like every time we cover the news, it's always the same bullshit. You know, it's never good bands in the news. It's never the bands that need it, and all the stories are always so fucking stupid. So I think
I don't know, man.
I think our first story really highlights the point I'm trying to make here.
Yeah, we've been getting a lot of complaints about parents that are trying to show their kids the podcast, and they really want us to clean it up. So we brought a clean story for the first one. Just this month, the band Pig Destroyer has released their own new line of merch called the Plug Destroyer. It is a line of butt plugs.
Is this why you asked me on?
Yeah. I saw the butt plugs.
Yeah, God damn it. I mean, I would. I'll rock one.
Well, they have three sizes. Like, they got small, medium, large.
Yeah, you got it. You can't just be shoving giant things up there right away. You got to fucking work your way up to it.
You got, like, the opening band, the middle band, and the headliner right here. That's what you got.
I think I'm still at the opener, personally.
Well, yeah, I mean, you don't
headliner right now. I have an opening band in me right at this moment.
I think you're the stadium act at this point.
That's right.
Give me the AC/DC butt plug.
Yeah, they had a quote that went along with it. Bad jokes become good ideas, which, you know, it is true.
What was the joke, though? Like, what did how did, just because it had, it sort of sounded the same?
Plug Destroyer?
Yeah.
You think someone said that and like, dude, we have to get on that?
Did someone equate them to shoving something up someone's ass? And they're like, all right, let's do it. Let's make this a reality.
I think that's might have been the case there because I think it does fit. And I'll be honest, I'll say this. I think more metal bands should make sex toys. Mm-hmm. I really do. You know?
What else would everyone... What are you going to want? The fucking Morbid Angel fleshlight?
Black Sabbath, like the black scabbard, and it's like a black fleshlight, maybe. I'm not making it about rape.
Just has nails inside of it.
It's like a...
You can get the Merciful Fate one. It's just an inverted cross. You know?
That'd be sick.
That vibrates.
That'd be like every band's just like, oh, it's a dildo on an upside down cross. Okay, we got it.
Yeah, that would probably be 90% of the sex toys metal bands would put out.
So not all have different masks on them.
That would be sick. Limp Bizkit is like an actual like biscuit they all jizzed on or something like that, and they send it to you.
I'm leaving.
Well, that would be like a
Limp
luxury
Bizkit.
package.
It would be like a flaccid dildo.
Right,
Limp,
exactly.
You know? So yeah, we cover the best news here on Disturbing the Priest, and I think that's a good
This
wrap
was this
on.
month?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Why did this feel like it was 2 years ago?
And this was on every outlet too.
Yeah.
Like this isn't just like me sending to Nate like, yo, I checked their website again, and they finally have fucking butt plugs.
Can we
like,
get the price?
This was.
I want to know. They got to have the prices. And I don't know how much they're selling. Like how are they doing in merch sales on these? Are they on tour? Like, are they bringing the butt plugs on tour?
Okay, here we go. Get them here.
Get 'em
I
here.
think there's the signed and unsigned.
Oh, cool.
They're sold out.
Fuck,
if you
of
were
course they
wondering.
are. Yeah.
Except all.
I expect Pig Destroyer fans to be shoving shit up their ass.
Damn, is it not even going to say, like, tell me
Wow,
what the
they're
price?
all sold out. Like, how many
much is the
did
big
they
one?
make that they're sold out?
It had to be like $25.
They're easy to make. You can probably just like 3D print them.
Sure, and they just slap shit on the front of it.
It's pretty beautiful, honestly. Like these chrome ones, that's actually really nice.
I want to know that people are actually using them and didn't just buy it as a lark.
Right. You should have to like send them a
I
picture
want
of it
proof
in your
that
ass.
it's in your ass.
Right.
Like, are you a Pig Destroyer fan?
Yeah.
You know?
Or like all the gays got a hold of them instead of buying like Pig Destroyer because they call themselves like dirty pigs and shit like that.
Yeah.
Because pigs would be like, you always see like, in the gay community, like guys wearing hats and just has like a pig snout on it, and you're like, oh, you know that guy's a fucking whore.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, looking at the girls that I go after, I've been calling my penis a pig destroyer for a long time, honestly. I mean, save that one in the notebook.
Ladies,
I like
fucking no
the
wonder there's not a
idea-
line out the door.
You ever seen somebody like drop their glasses in the pit? Like imagine somebody being like, "Yo, where'd my plug destroyer go?" Like, guys, stop.
Well, if you drop something in the pit, it's
Everyone
like
just
held
stops.
up.
It's like everyone's just trying to smell it out, but no one wears fucking deodorant, so it stinks already in there.
Does this smell like Chad's? I think it is.
Well, that was good. So we got a lot of stories here. This next one, we're gonna actually bring the mood up because this is a good one. So, Trivium and Bullet for My Valentine have been on tour recently.
Yeah.
And they actually helped save a bunch of abandoned kittens from
This
a
was
diesel
not
generator.
the story I thought it was going to be when I brought a Trivium and Bullet for My Valentine.
No, it's actually
Trivium and
super
cats.
wholesome.
Yeah, I thought it would be a lot more brutal, but
You think they're going to kill the fucking cat? No, I didn't because like that whole thing with then that like Bullet for My Valentine like didn't want to do the tour anymore. And they were because they were supposed to do like a whole world tour of those two bands together, and then Bullet for My Valentine apparently was like, nah. Then the bass player from Trivium was like, yeah, Matt Tuck's kind of a dickhead or something like that. The guy from Bullet for My Valentine, but I also didn't realize Bullet for My Valentine was still a band.
yeah, me neither. I thought they ended in like 2008.
It's the same.
It's kind of when the popularity
that's-
died
yeah.
off. Although
Yeah.
I still actually, I unironically go back to The Poison pretty frequently. That album, like, full
really?
listen. I like that shit a lot.
Yeah, I don't go back to it that often.
I try to stay as far away from that as
Still like
possible.
Trivium though.
Yeah.
Trivium's last 4 albums are all pretty great.
Yeah, I saw them open for Megadeth recently. Just incredible. Really good. I stay as far away from Trivium as the cats stay from the ground that are stuck in the tree. Or Bullet for My Valentine. Yeah.
They found the. All right,
You want to see the video real quick?
Sure, we'll see the video.
So,
How the?
do you think it's a political stunt? They're going for
It
the
could
promotion.
be a political stunt.
That's
Are they
like-
in a diesel generator? They had the fucking sewage.
Well, so the mother cat was in the storm drain
yeah.
hiding from these
them.
scary metalheads, right? And the kittens, all meanwhile, had just wandered into a random ass giant diesel generator.
Fucking cats are dumb.
Dumb as hell.
Put them in the box.
We don't have to watch
Yeah, they
the
were in
full
a cat.
thing.
They were in a cat diesel generator.
Yeah, so,
So they were
How-
walking
how
by,
did they
heard
even
fucking
find them?
cats.
yeah.
I don't know how they found him, but if I can deliver a concept to you guys,
Oh,
Okay.
how sick of a music video would it be if they actually played their own music over this, but just put the video in reverse?
Yeah.
So it's like they're putting a bunch
Putting
of kittens
yeah, that'll go
into
over
it.
fucking well.
I think that
Least
could be the next
controversial
music video.
move.
Yeah.
I think it'd be sick, and but maybe you'd also you could doctor it up a little bit. Like, I don't know if the diesel generator was ever on or anything.
I
but-
hope not. Otherwise, the cats would be soup.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
That one I actually didn't know about. I did not know that Trivium saved cats.
They're good guys.
Evidently.
Apparently.
Yeah. They're good guys, man. All right, this next one's
this
my
is
boy.
your fault.
Yeah.
Yeah,
This was you from
This is my boy here.
future.
that's right. It really is Brandon in the future. Like seeing the picture of them side by side. Anyway, Pentagram's Bobby Liebling requires police escorts now at shows after becoming a viral meme.
That I don't totally get, because obviously I know that video went fucking everywhere, but were people still then going to Pentagram show just to see him without being Pentagram fans?
I saw Pentagram last week, and it
How many
seemed
people
like
were
there
there?
was a lot of. It was sold out.
Yeah,
It was
at
at a brewery.
Yeah, okay.
250 sold
Okay,
out.
so like nothing like insane.
Nothing insane, but I don't know what the true cap was
But
because
who
it
was
sold out pretty
were
fast.
people mobbing him?
Kinda.
But like, were they already? I think if you're going there, you're already like a fan of him. The meme didn't make you more of a fan of him.
Yeah. It's not like everyone's like, do the stare, do the stare, do the stare,
Yeah.
you know? But I feel like, in the article, I did read it, and he's like, he's talking about like in airports, people coming up to him.
That I get.
I feel like at that point he can just like threaten to like cast a spell on them or something.
He should
you know?
learn magic.
See, I see. At like an airport, like a public place, so he just walking through, and people would like maybe aren't like fans of the band would see him and be like, "Holy fuck, that's that weird ass dude." But
Yeah.
like at his shows, like everyone's already there to see you, regardless. I guess maybe just like up. Obviously, I think it's done well for them ticket sales wise, probably. But like I feel like people are already there to see you at the shows. I feel like that would be an issue in more public settings where people don't give a fuck about the band at all. They just see you being a spooky animatronic wizard.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Because I'd be pretty horrified if like it's nighttime and you're walking down the street and that's coming at you.
The amount
it's
of
like I'm about to be a
times-
frog, man.
Yeah, dude.
The amount of times I watched that video though, like it's like fucking mesmerizing.
It is.
I couldn't stop watching it. I would just put it on loop and just watch him do that turn.
Yeah, the comments are great. It's like people thinking like he's totally controlling the band with his mind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just everything hits perfectly. His hair's up.
And he does it during the concert, but it's not during the Ghoul. It's like whenever. It's such a natural state.
It's also he
of
just like
being
does
for
it
him.
so fucking slowly
Yeah.
that like it's so fucking eerie.
Yeah, he's getting like acid flashbacks or something,
Right.
Yeah, like you don't know where he is at that moment when he's I'm like,
His head
Bobby's
must
not
be
with
a
us
scary
anymore.
place
Yeah.
at that when he's doing that. But yeah, man, Bobby's a legend.
So-
I love Bobby.
I mean, I definitely see it like an airport, so I guess like that would be fuck. That's definitely got to be annoying because that's where like a lot of people, random people, are seeing you not having any connection
Right.
to music.
That's like the go approach a celebrity type of
Can you
place.
imagine you're on a plane and you're just like look to like 3 aisles, or you like get up to go to the bathroom and you look and he's in the aisle seat just
Like, dude, is this thing gonna go down?
oh this plane's crashing for sure. God damn it.
You gotta know
I think
if
we're flying
anybody
to
does.
Hogwarts or something.
Is this plane going to hell? I thought I was going to like Houston. What the fuck?
I don't know. I honestly genuinely don't know where I fit this story in, but I have to bring this up because it
Please.
fucking made me laugh. I went to a show literally 2 nights ago, and it was the Obituary concert, which is in Worcester tonight. I know, but so it's Pest Control, who I only saw the tail end, but they sounded fucking sick. It's Pest Control, Spirit World, Terror, Nails, Obituary.
Damn,
and I'm a huge
That's a lineup. Holy
I'm a
fuck.
huge Spirit World fan. I love Spirit World. They're like early on in the bill. I get there and they play, they rip, and there's a guy, and I heard him talking shit during a couple like quieter moments during the set. But then I look over and there's like a short, fat, bald guy, and he's like this, and he said something that because like, you don't know, Spirit World dressed like Las Vegas Cowboys. Like it's great. They're wearing like not sequins. They look sick. I think they look fucking cool as hell. But this guy was so fucking mad about it. He turned to his friend and he was literally like, can't believe they dressed like that being, second band on a 5-band bill. And he goes, they're making a mockery of music. I'm like, are you fucking serious?
I love the whole idea, like the politics of if you're a second band on a 5-band lineup, you're supposed to be in like street clothes.
I'm like, part of the whole fun of Spirit World is that they fucking like just are in it. They're like, Also, it's like, have you heard of Guar, man? Like, what the fuck?
He's like complaining about them actually committing to it, bring a better act to him. He's like, I came here for fucking Cookie Monster pajamas. What the fuck is this, dude?
It's funny too because I saw that when they were sound checking, they were like just in regular clothes, and I didn't realize like how much time until I thought they were about to start. And I was like, oh man, they're not dressed like cat. I'd be bummed if they weren't dressed like that. I think it's fucking sick.
I think more bands should dress up.
They also fucking rip. Like Spirit World is fucking sick. Like literally, it's like Undead Cowboys playing Slayer riffs while the lead vocalist sings hardcore lyrics about the devil. It's like a fucking Robert Rodriguez movie. Like,
that's awesome.
It's so good.
They're tired of like the minimalist opinions of metal. Like, I like seeing dudes in corpse paint and fucking like King Diamond and shit and Guar. Like,
it's also like it's like they made a mockery of it. I'm like,
yeah, that's so fucking annoying,
metal.
dude.
It's inherently ridiculous.
He's like, I remember
we talked about this too. It's supposed to be nerdy.
Yeah, it's like fun. Dress up like cowboys. That's cool. There's nothing wrong with that. Like, I don't know. Like, oh, I'm sorry. This ruined the sanctity of this obituary show where everyone here is wearing a camo hat.
Yeah. He's like, I remember back in my day, we knew something like Modesty. Like, what was that band? Kiss. They really knew how to just undersell it.
This funny too is like they do come out, and I was their drummer, who's a super cool dude. Preston, he like where I was talking to him, he's like when they first come out, especially being like a newer band and like early on, people do look at them like, what the fuck? But then they start playing and you're like, oh, they fucking rip.
Yeah.
So you're just like, so they like, and you can kind of see how many people they win over by like the end of the set, except for this one fucking toad of a human being, who just apparently is averse to fucking fun.
This David Draymond lookalike in the crowd.
Dude, this dude was like David Draymond. You push him in a fucking like, if you rolled him in Cheeto dust and pushed him in a panini press and added like a fucking.
Like if you took David Draymond and rolled him down a snowy hill and just watched him get bigger.
It blew. I literally like. It's like one of those. You hear someone say a sentence and then your brain just like fucking explodes in your head because you're like, what the fuck did you just?
You got to be like looking for something to complain about like an otherwise awesome show to then be like, man, do you see those silly outfits? As like people are literally giving each other CTE to their music. He's like,
see the silly outfits, not like everyone else, wearing just the same fucking. Like, you mad that Terror's selling a basketball jersey? Like,
right?
Is that?
Well, he's like wearing like a Guar shirt or something. It's like fucking annoying.
And somehow he thinks he has like the dominant opinion because he's about to say it out loud. He's like, I can't be the only one thinking this when everybody else is having the fucking time of day.
Of course, I'm right.
Yeah. Oh my god. Yeah. This like Anthony Fantano wannabe fucking.
He's about to go vlog in the bathroom.
He's like a fucking David Draymond, Anthony Fantano, rolling Cheeto dust.
There's a few of those at metal shows. There's a few of those. Yeah. The band's trying? What?
They're doing something different? Oh my god, fuck this shit.
They're putting effort into their performance.
They have a shtick.
We gotta admire it too because that's like ballsy to like you're putting it all out there early because everybody, if they see you come out dressed like that, they're like, all right, they better be good.
Yeah.
They better live up to like this statement they just made. By having like custom tailored suits made.
And they're good too. Like they've earned it. Yeah.
So sick.
Yeah. Yep.
Well, other news about metal bands that underperform. This past Wednesday at Metallica's show on the Virginia Tech campus, the Lane Stadium there was 2 recorded tremors at the, what is it called? The Virginia Tech Seismology Observatory about a mile away. They recorded 2 seismic events happen during Metallica's set, of course, during Enter Sandman.
Were you powerlifting in that area at that time?
No, but I think my friend's eyes were rolling in the back of his head. When the one time I saw Metallica, it was Metallica by request. So when you bought a ticket, you got to pick like the 12 songs you wanted to hear, and then based on everyone's voting.
That's when they did Escape, right?
I don't even fucking remember. It was like 8 years ago. But literally, when they played Enter Sandman, my friend was so fucking annoyed. Because he was like, who the fuck picked this?
How did so many people put this on?
We can pick any song, and I know exactly what song I want to hear. Enter Sandman.
Right. I hear this in my F-250 on my way to the job site every fucking day.
Yeah. I haven't heard it enough, honestly.
No, me neither, dude.
I swear my friend's eyes like rolled into the back of his head. He was so fucking annoyed.
I would have been pissed.
Yeah.
I would have been pissed.
Like, fuck.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, it's Mariano Rivera coming out of the bullpen again? Fuck.
Yeah, they recorded 2 mass tremors during the playing of Enter Sandman, and they recorded 1 mass suicide during the playing of Saint Anger. Yep, wrote that down
If
there.
only.
Yeah.
Cross that one off.
They do Saint Anger
Are we doing
songs.
Metallica bits? Sorry. I have one, but only ever like 5 people ever get it.
What?
It's basically about people, guys complimenting that I have large balls.
Hell yeah.
And I'm like, but like that's it. They're like, but I'm like, oh, it sucks because now it's like making my bulge look bigger. But now my balls are writing checks that my dick can't cash. It's like having an opener better than the headliner. It's like my balls are Metallica in the '80s and my dick is Metallica now.
True. True. I like that.
Your balls are Kill 'Em All and your dick's 72 seasons.
My dick might be saying no. It's load at least. I don't know.
Right. Reload.
Yeah. I feel like at this point, like, how much? Metallica tickets are so expensive now. I feel like I'm paying for the lineup, or it's got to be a festival. Like, I don't feel like I'm going for just Metallica.
Yeah, I really like thrash, so I just fucking have to, and they never come around. But it sucks. It sucks.
They seem like they only play places now that like you could host like a World Cup event. Like,
Yeah, all stadiums.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's so annoying, man. Like the Metallica crowd, like the Metallica family, I don't like. Mm-hmm. I have issues about the Metallica
Yeah,
family.
because they're actual families, and you're a degenerate metalhead.
Exactly. Yeah, and I want to mosh, man. And
I mean, to be honest, I'm a little past
and these
it.
people, like, because I was barricaded when I saw Metallica, and there was a mosh pit behind us, and like everyone was audibly pissed. There was a mosh pit. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me?
That is annoying. Like, I'm not mad if there's a mosh pit. Like, if I don't want a mosh, I'll just go sit.
Yeah, but it's like Metallica, and people were moshing during like Pantera and shit, and everyone's like, dude, fucking, like, who are these assholes trying to mosh? It's like,
It's also
you don't
not-
know what show you're even fucking at, dude. Like, go back to Journey.
Well, it's
You
not
know?
like it's like a hardcore show at a VFW either, where they're like throwing chairs at every wall. Like it's a clearly defined mosh pit right in the
Yeah.
middle, and you can just move away from it.
There is a fine line between Bon Jovi and Gigi Allen, though.
Right,
I
a
think.
very fine
there's
line.
there's a good middle ground.
You're so right.
I think between the two.
That is I think it's more than a line. It's a goddamn nation between those two things.
razor thin
razor
margin
thin
between. I can't believe how many of these shows they're playing with Pantera, because like so. Dimebag Darrell died, and then the actual like lead singer is like doing the Heil Hitler salute on stage. I didn't really think that they were still like.
And it's crazy how convenient that Pantera formed right before the new Metallica album came out, and then Pantera went on tour with them. I don't want to call it, I don't want to be
got some
conspiracy
tinfoil around
theory
here,
here,
Might have to make some tinfoil for.
You think
This
Metallica
might be my testament
You think
moment.
like Metallica was like, all right, this album's not gonna do good enough. All right, get Rex and Phil out here.
Yeah, we bring on the road. Fuck.
Yeah, the thing also, it's so weird. Like, I just like looking at this, and it's like having Ice Nine Kills on it. There must be just like teenagers all over that show, and then just like having no idea who Metallica is too, as well.
It was a very confusing crowd.
And then
Yeah.
right in the middle of that sandwich is Limp Bizkit too.
What I was like I remember I saw Limp Bizkit with who the fuck did I saw them with like. I think I saw them with Avenged Sevenfold like fucking 15 years
God.
ago.
So
and
sick.
Everyone under a certain age left after like right after Avenged Sevenfold.
Come on.
And there's like only people who were like born, before 1995. Stayed
Probably a
for
lot of
Limp
trucker
Bizkit.
hats.
Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, God, that was a lot. That was a fun show too. So.
Well, Limp Bizkit, it's funny about them, and we've talked them absolutely to death on this show. But like 15 years ago, they like hit a lull, but like new metal has come back now.
They hit a low, but they weren't a thing. Like they stopped being a
true.
thing for a while.
Right.
Yeah.
I was always a Limp Bizkit guy, but I was also a new metal guy because I was 13 in 2003, so it was perfect. I was this shithead. I was mad for no fucking reason, so I was listening to
And then you turned 14.
Yeah, I turned 14 and like, oh, this is terrible. No, I honestly, there are plenty of bands that I can't listen to from my younger days, but like, I can still fuck with some Limp Bizkit, but you also gotta know how inherently stupid it is. You have to like agree, like, hey, this is dumb. This is not. I'm not saying this is high art, or like amazing, but I'm like, I'm gonna shut my brain off and be white trash for 5 minutes.
Right. It's like watching an old Disney movie. You're like, there's gonna be some questionable things that come up in this, but it was a product of the time.
Yeah. It's a great time had by all.
People, there was a bunch of gas station heads fucking rocking to this shit for the entire 90s. This got them through the fall of the fucking Soviet Union. Like, this is...
Look, whippets were fun.
So I feel like we should sandwich this on here just because it's also relevant to Metallica. So Kirk Hammett recently, in an interview, said he thinks I should be a lot better than I am. Basically kind of shit on himself for his own guitar playing ability. He said also... I should be a lot better at guitar than I am. I see young guitar players, and I think to myself, where did I go wrong? Ha ha.
You joined Metallica.
I think he accidentally listened to Megadeth again, and that's what happened.
I'd like to think when this interview was happening that somewhere in the room, Lars Ulrich was being very quiet.
Yeah.
Well, this entire... He's like, I don't know. I think I'm exactly how good I should be. I mean, I don't know what these
my
guys
snare drum sounds fine.
He's like, I'm the best guy in the band.
I feel like that's just like, okay, you're in Metallica. You're in the largest metal bands of all time. Guys, be a little humble so people can be like, fucking...
Right.
You know, like, oh, no, you're still great. We still love you.
It's like a little bit like
sympathy.
A pretty girl being like, I look so ugly today. And we're like,
fat.
Kirk, no, Kirk.
Kirk, you're one of the
amazing,
greatest. Like,
Kirk.
You
won't stop stepping on that fucking wah-wah pedal.
Yeah. You had 4 out of 13 great albums, Kirk. Come on. Like, what are you doing? They're going to come for me with that in the comments.
Yeah,
Put him back in Exodus, I guess.
That fucking wah pedal, though. He's killer with that. I will give him that.
Well, sure. You know, he's a fucking killer guitar player. He's being like old man, like, nah, shucks, I should be better. Look at all the kids are doing today. I'm like, yeah, they're standing on your shoulders because you were great. Like,
yeah. It's not like there was the 60,000 people literally causing an earthquake in that stadium being like, well, he's not as good as Buckethead, though. I'd rather be watching a YouTube video of Buckethead right now, but I guess this is okay.
It's a little boring, but fuck it.
Anyway, so going over to the West Coast now. A dump truck hit the legendary venue Whiskey A Go Go in West Hollywood. Ran into the fucking place at 8 a.m. and the band Boy Hits Car had to cancel their show.
Do you think the car was trying to get revenge?
I think
on the boy.
I think that they should probably rename the band.
It's a dump truck. It was the car's father.
Yeah.
Right, it's true. That was the kid's dad coming back to fight.
So you fucking hit my car?
I saw Boy Hits Car, like, again, 16, 17 years ago, and then I had not heard of them. And I actually was genuinely a fan of it. They're like, I don't even know how to describe it, like very hippie-ish. They can get like fast and heavy, but so they always start with the singer playing an acoustic guitar, and then he just like goes berserk. And he's famous for jumping off of shit like everywhere. Like there's videos of him like scaling the scaffolding at shows and jumping off. And they did this show at the Webster Theater in Hartford, and there is like 15 people at this show, and he's like, I'm one of the amps, and he was like, he's gonna do his usual jump. And I'm like, there's not very many of us. He's like, everyone press together. So just like a WWE, we're all like kind of like clamoring, waiting for him to jump on us. And then we just put him down. He's just right there.
He's like, yo, you guys all signed the waiver, right? All right, here I come.
They're an interesting band.
He probably jumped off the stage when the dump truck hit the venue, though.
That would be great.
He dove right out the window.
They should bring the dump truck on tour.
They should.
Yeah, that could be their next album.
It's our new
dump truck hits Boy.
Right, dump truck hits venue.
Yeah,
that'd be good.
Awesome.
Bad for.
Well, it's a cool venue, so that sucks.
Yeah, and it's really sad. 1,400 people lost power because of that. Anyway, in lighter news, original guitarist for Possessed, Brian Montana, got killed in a police shootout.
Yeah, that was wild, but that's pretty metal.
Listen, I know the band's called Possessed, but I don't know what possessed them to do that.
Yeah, exactly. Possessed by alcohol.
Alcohol.
So, this dude's 60 years old, lives in South San Francisco. And apparently this entire thing started because he was bothered by his neighbor's tree branches and leaves falling down into his yard.
So he brought a gun.
Yeah, so he went over, threatened the guy with a gun, one gun. Somebody calls the police. By the time the police get there, he's got 2 guns and he's shooting at his neighbor. Like fucking dual wield akimbo shooting at his neighbor.
It's crazy because like I feel like if like your neighbor's like an ex death metal guy, it's like, yeah, I know they're death metal, but like I know they get stereotyped, but I don't want to have that.
I'm sure he's fine.
You know, I'm sure he's fine. It's just music, you know. And he comes out with guns and he's like, I'm gonna fucking shoot you up.
He's like, what are the odds that he's gonna come out like fucking Christian Bale from Equilibrium and start fucking gun-codding my fucking house and the police? He's 60 years old.
His reaction is, he fucking leaves. I've had enough. I'm getting my gun.
Yeah, like how many leaves were they? I want to see the crime scene. Like it's just like 2 branches, and he's like, all right, I'm getting the deagles out, and I'm getting my Uzis out and fucking going.
He walks over holding a guitar case and he opens it up. It's a gun.
Yeah.
Yeah. How long ago was he in Possessed?
I don't know.
He was like the first guitarist.
They were also. Did you see that one tour that got switched like 4 times?
Yeah.
One of them even because
Jesus.
Possessed. Singer
Some
was.
mess.
And
Yeah,
they're like,
some
oh, they
things-
couldn't do it. They're like, oh, it was a scheduling problem. Like, with who? His parole officer?
Yeah, dude.
I thought it was an upgrade. They got Havoc to jump on it, so I thought it was an upgrade.
You know what is funny? So he was only in the band for like 2 years or something like that.
Well, he keeps
like,
pulling fucking guns out. That's why.
Yeah.
yeah, they're like, he really hates whenever we drive by like trees and shit. We don't know what the fuck it is with this guy.
He just looked out the window and just leaves falling. Ah!
He's like, is anybody else pissed the fuck off right now?
They start to play. They get to the show. They go up on stage. And he doesn't have a guitar. He's just holding a rifle.
An AR-15.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys. I packed the wrong one.
Oh my god, did I take the wrong guitar case? I keep doing this. This is crazy.
Yeah. That guitar case only comes out in the fall. You know?
So you know what's funny too? Funny's the wrong word. Their original vocalist also got paralyzed by gunshots because he bought like
that guitarist.
he that was actually the neighbor. He was
raking one day, you know.
right. This dude was like buying cigarettes, and these guys came up to him after he walked out, and they're like,
So how many people have been in Possessed? Because it has to be the highest number of people in a band
That have
that have
gotten
been shot.
That is true. That is true.
most get capped out at like 1.
Damage Plan has 1.
That's like the Spinal Tap thing of like the gardening incident. But instead it's get shot. You think it's like, you know, he was like hanging out with them and like someone was smoking a cigar. He's like, is that wrapped in a leaf?
He's like, yo, I'm only accepting paper wraps.
Yeah, I did.
What is this money made out of?
Better be a fucking Black and Mild you got right there, dude, because I swear to God.
Yeah, I didn't know the singer possessed the same origin story as Charles Xavier.
Yeah.
Exactly. He's saying he's just a completely telepathic. Yeah, it's crazy to have that many. The funny thing about that too is that they tried to like rob him, right? They're like, yo, give us your money. And he's like, no.
The singer possessed?
Yeah.
Oh.
And then they just literally like point blank just fucking like shot him 3 times.
They really didn't give him a chance.
No, like they should have at least been like, we're actually serious.
Oh,
Maybe
shit.
a warning shot.
Dude, before we get to this one, you know who just started following me on Instagram?
Who?
Randy.
Oh, really? Oh, shit.
Breaking.
All right, we'll be careful with this next story. Yeah.
Sorry for the headbanger, bro. I don't know.
Well, yeah, so that wraps up the Possessed stuff, but crazy, man. Like, let's
fucking
hope
end that.
there's no more fucking... Like, just fucking... Some of these news stories, like, are just so out of left field. Like, it's like, what? Raking?
If you're annoyed at your neighbor's branches and leaves, just fist fight them. Like your average alcoholic 60-year-old.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
grow up.
Yell racial slurs and just
Right, exactly.
Yeah,
play,
throw
your
an
guitar,
empty
play your
bottle.
guitar too loud. I don't know, man.
Yeah.
The only time that I would advocate for both of those things over the alternative.
If he was in a black metal band, he'd probably just light your house on fire.
Right.
First he'd cry a lot about it, and then he'd ask his parents to buy him a record store.
Yeah.
And then burn something unrelated to you.
Right.
And then he'd stab a band
And then
member.
he'd stab a minority group person and it's fucking, I don't know. Fuck black metal. All right.
Yeah.
So,
Fuck Varg.
fuck Varg. Fuck those dickheads.
So, Chris Adler, the former drummer for Lamb of God, opens up about getting fired. What I gleaned from this, they split in 2019, and he said that the biggest issue was the fact that he got diagnosed with musician dystonia, a subset of the disease or condition focal dystonia, which is when you get like involuntary muscle contractions in random parts of your body. Which
That seems like it'd be tough to drum with that.
yeah, I'd say so. And like musicians is like I think especially in your hands and stuff.
He drummed on that Protest the Hero album. That Protest the Hero album rules. Sorry.
Yeah, this is a weird thing that it did mention in here that he's also like, yeah, maybe they're all just like jealous of me that I was on these two dope ass fucking like
Dystopia
records.
by Megadeth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wasn't Randy in jail in 2013 in the fucking Czech Republic? Or in Prague? Prague. I don't know. But like,
I'm not
that's
sure.
crazy. That's like, yeah, that's the first I heard about that. That's to me. I mean, I love his drumming, so I don't want to. That feels like a little bit of a reach.
Yeah, he's a great drummer, don't get me
Sure,
wrong.
100%.
But like, yeah, they were kind of jealous of like my shit. Like I was with Megadeth.
Why? Like, why? I don't. That seems like real out of left field that they. Because there's no. That's not the first. I feel like that's not the first time those guys like did guest things, you know, on other musicians. I mean, fuck,
Right.
Randy shows up on stuff all the time.
Yeah, so that wouldn't really track then.
No.
But the
Because they don't
other
want
thing,
him. Why would they not want him to do it?
yeah, because I'd be like a gig with Megadeth. Like that's a pretty. If anything, I'd be happy for him.
Yeah.
You know, but.
It sounds like really that's the biggest thing that he's talking about that was a reason is like his medical condition which affected his foot apparently and like he couldn't.
Well, you need your foot.
Yeah, like
Well,
that's
you
kind
kind
of
of
like
need every limb
Yeah.
if you're a drummer.
yeah, like it's. I don't really
Well,
see.
this fucking finger would be maybe okay.
Unless you're in Def Leppard.
Yeah.
He's saying
What,
like
what has 7 arms and sucks? Dead Leppard.
yeah,
I don't know. That just like I didn't know about the illness thing. So like that obviously seems like a reason you can't if someone's having like, you know, yeah, it sort of sucks. You want to like support your friend, but like that's such an integral part of it.
Yeah,
But like you did the Protest Hero album in 2013. Were they sitting on that for 6 years? They're like, fuck.
Yeah.
You did that album that I love Protest the Hero. They're not the biggest band. So like that one seems like weird. And then you're on Megadeth. Like I don't know. Like that seems like a really weird reason. I would really hope the rest of Lamb of God wasn't like
that petty.
Yeah, it's
when they're
not like
already a
they
huge
got them
band.
together. They were like, "Hey, we've been thinking about 2016 lately."
Yeah.
and like that just doesn't really make any sense. So
Sometimes I guess it is always because like, obviously there's always. Sure, I'm sure it sucked for him, and he's trying to look for justifications and things of that nature. But
It kind of just seems like it sucks all around. Like
sure,
nobody's
absolutely.
the asshole
I
here.
did not see that one when that happened. I was very surprised.
I was shocked.
Yeah, I was very shocked. But again, I didn't know about the illness thing. That seems like a major reason.
Yeah.
It sucks. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, don't want the guy to be out of the job.
Well, yeah, it's like
Down, my boy.
when an NBA player like. If they're like injury prone, they're not like drafted to a team again or something like
Yeah.
that. It's kind of just sucks, but it's the way it is. Like,
Right.
Yeah.
And besides, the guy actually had like a super successful career already. It's not. This isn't even like a tragedy. Like, he got to play on the fucking Megadeth album, this other album that was like sick. Like, he
Hell
crossed
of a
bunch
resume.
shit. Yeah. Like,
I mean, probably like, as far as like, because obviously there's so many like amazing drummers, but if you think about like, hey, name some like the top drummers in metal, his name is always going to be one that jumps up. He's someone who's like, 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 he's someone who stands out. Like literally their name isn't like kind of lost amongst like band members. Like people like drums, Chris Adler. Like he's kind of he's pushed like the drum set to the front of a band, like to the degree where like people know who he is.
Yeah. So I don't think he'll have trouble finding work.
I
No.
don't think so.
Yeah.
As long as he doesn't have to use his right foot.
Right.
God forbid.
Yeah.
Well, we're getting to the end here. Kind of perfect timing. We got a quick shout out. We mentioned Pig Destroyer early on. Senga Sigabog, we've talked about them before for their support of, Luigi Mangione and how they actually met him.
Yeah.
What is that? I got to fucking go on stage with them.
No
That's
shit.
sick.
So I did a bit in my ads post online. I did really well about. They do a version of a thing called Murder Ball. They take a football, they throw it into the crowd, and whoever has the ball at the end of the song gets a free T-shirt. So I did that, and then I became friends with Devin, just chatting online. And at the show at Hammerstein Ballroom when they were opening it was Kubla Khan, Whitechapel, along the shore. Devin was like, "You want to throw the football?" And I was like, "Fuck yeah, I do."
That's
that
awesome.
was honestly like one of the highlights of my comedy career is being on stage with Sango Sigabog, funny enough.
That's what it's all about.
But it was like
Great
it was so sick. And like it's so funny. They're like before the song was about to start, like people would like right against the barricade or like I'm like, I'm not gonna throw it at you guys, just throw it in the fucking pit.
You underhanded.
But I did like throw it and I'm like, wait, do I stay on stage now? What do I do? And I just kept jumping around like being
Nice,
a dick.
yeah,
It fucking rules. I love Sango Sigabog. Love those guys.
That's an honor. That's a
Oh,
high
it
death
was
metal
so
honor.
fucking
Yeah.
highlight. It's so good.
Well, you'll be
now I'm gonna
happy
ask him for a butt plug.
because yeah.
I'll be honest, when you brought up the murder ball thing, I thought that it was going to end differently. When they're like, oh, whoever
murder?
has the murder ball last,
Has to fuck me? No.
that'd be a happy ending for everybody.
Yeah.
I mean, what the heck?
The merch is a butt plug.
That'd be great.
Right.
Really throw the butt plug in there and you gotta stick it in your butt and hold it there.
Right. Maybe like
Whoever gets it in first gets a free T-shirt. Yeah.
maybe like a modified T-shirt cannon, but it's a butt plug cannon, and everybody's got to like open up for it, and then whoever can like hold on to it. What are we doing? Like, this is for kids, dude. This is a podcast for kids. Why do you guys get me going on about these things?
Yeah.
So Senga Sigabog and Pig Destroyer members unveil new band Bludgeoned by Deformity.
Great name.
Hell yeah.
Great name.
Hell yeah.
All these guys fucking rip. I cannot wait to see the future of this band. Really
What's
excited.
wrong is Devin is in so many bands now. It's crazy.
I know.
What the heck?
Devin is fucking cool as hell. He's such a good dude. Yeah, I'm stoked to hear this. I love Sango Sigabog.
Got a very good vocabulary, these guys. Will
They're
release
really
their
good at naming
debut-
bands.
Yeah,
too. I
honestly.
will say that.
Their debut EP, Epoch of Immorality, June 6th. Pre-orders available now.
Hell yeah.
We don't usually do album shout-outs on this in the news, but fucking check these guys out. Fucking awesome. Great shit.
I can't wait to hear this. I'm assuming it's heavy as fucking hell.
Yeah.
So the final thing here, of course, it all comes back to the final Black Sabbath show, which will not be in Birmingham, Alabama. It will be in Birmingham, England.
How many retarded people in the South thought it was coming to Alabama?
I was one of them.
Someone on the panel.
How many retards in this room thought it was going to Alabama?
You know, it was bad when everybody else thought I was joking at the time, but I 100% did not break the character. It was
You
not
can't break a character when it's not a fucking character.
Yeah, that was the real me
They're just
coming
fucking
out.
you.
Yeah. So the bassist, Geezer Butler, opened up in an interview recently about the pressure of Black Sabbath's final show, and he said, I had a nightmare last night. And he's apparently been having palpitations over this happening.
As long as you guys don't die on stage, everyone's going to be fine with it. No one's going to be like, oh, Black Sabbath sounded like crap on their final show. I'm like, they're 102.
Right.
Give them a fucking break.
But that's a crazy thing for a band to have to like handle. Like even what you just said, you have to make it to the show as long as you don't die on stage. Like what scenario
Honestly,
is that not stressful?
I mean, no, honestly, even if they died on stage, it'd be like, they went on stage greatest fucking guys ever.
That's
there's like literally nothing they can do, I think, to make people go like, damn it, Black Sabbath's ruined.
Yeah.
They would be like the ultimate martyrs of metal to just go out there.
It would be like
Like-
bad. I guess unless like they went out there and they all just went, "Meh," and like, that was it.
And then
Yeah.
died.
Not even, no, they didn't die. If they went "Meh," and then died, they'd be like, yeah, okay, that makes sense why that didn't sound good. They
They
died.
combust into flames.
Yeah, but it's like
Right.
if they went out there and they went like, "Meh," and then it's like, thank you, and then they walked off. Sure, okay, that would suck. But like,
It's like, I just saw the greatest metal performance of
Yeah.
my life, you know? Well, it's like Black Sabbath, you know? So it's like the first band who invented metal. Ozzy's a legend. Tony Iommi is one of the greatest guitarists of all time, you know? So seeing them one last time is just legendary.
they
If
can
they
walk
suck or
up on
not.
stage and just be like, hi.
Yeah.
Leave. People will
Yeah.
be like, woo!
People ripping their face off, you know?
Yeah, I think that they should all celebratory sacrifice Sharon Osbourne at the last show. That would make it the
I
best
think
ever.
Black Sabbath is going to be her sacrifice to the corporate gods, if
It will-
anything. That's
it
what
is.
it's looking like right
That's
now.
her selling her
You
fucking
can't
soul
sa-
at the crossroads.
I don't think you can sacrifice Black Sabbath anymore. I bet they're way past that.
That is true.
Like, dude, you're selling me
They are
like,
the gods.
That's over.
Yeah.
Like they're already there.
you think you have equity in this? This is a depreciating asset right now. This is not getting anything out of this.
So Geezer said that he had a nightmare that they all turned into dust.
Yeah, he said,
Wait, that's what it was. He had really.
I had a nightmare last night. I dreamed everything went wrong on stage and we all turned to dust.
Ozzy's had the same dream, I bet, but about like angel dust.
Right. He's been
Yeah.
dreaming about getting some dust one last time. He's
Yeah.
been praying for it.
It has to be great on that night. I mean,
They'll
like
snort Geezer.
Right.
they all
yeah.
turn to dust, and Ozzy just walks back out.
Snorting them one by one.
Wasn't
would
there
be the best
a
way.
rock guy who snorted like ashes?
There was. I think
Who
it
the
was a metal
fuck was
guy.
that? Whatever. Someone in the comments say who it is.
Yeah, call us out. Like,
Yeah.
you moron, it was obviously this person in this band.
You have three
And
wired microphones and you don't even know who that is.
I don't know who's snorting people's ashes.
Yeah.
Again, like as long as they just play and they sound fine. I'm curious what Ozzy's gonna sound like.
Yeah.
And they just, as long as they don't bring up Dio's corpse and light it on fire, I guess. Like,
I mean,
There's a possibility. Yeah.
as long as they don't bring up hologram Dio, they're fine.
yeah, no. It's like, if they bring up the real corpse, I'd be happier than
Yeah.
a hologram. Than like Avatar Dio. Like, Christ.
Dio's corpse must be fucking tiny by now.
Yeah. It's like instead of a shrunken head, a shrunken body, you know?
It's like the old lady
He
in
was already
SpongeBob.
Yeah, he was already fucking tiny.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like even if like it didn't sound the best, like whoever was like they stuck. That's the reason why that bill is huge.
Yeah.
There's so many bands on it, so that way people can still get their money's worth, even if Black Sabbath
And the
didn't
bill's still
sound-
growing too.
That's
It's like every week
crazy.
a new giant band is like put on
Yeah.
it.
It's not just being them playing songs either. They have a bunch of like guests and stuff that are like joining them
Yeah,
for
because there's
certain
no
songs.
fucking way Ozzy's gonna sing the whole fucking time.
Right. It's more of a. We talked about this a little bit last time. It's more of like a tribute than an
Yeah.
actual. Like, if you want to hear fucking Prime Sabbath, listen to an album, bro. Like, listen to a live performance from before. This is like the grand send off.
Yeah.
This is like saying thank you to them.
Yeah, Sabbath's like the Ozzy era Sabbath. The final show was like in the late 70s.
Yeah. Let's be real.
So
That's like going to like the Mike Tyson versus Jake Paul and being like, I can't wait to see him like in his true form. It's like, no,
no, dude.
you're just going to say you saw Mike Tyson
Yeah.
live. Like,
yeah.
And that's
But if
why
anyone wants to send me to this show, I will go.
Yeah, I will go without a doubt.
Yeah.
I will
Yeah.
happily pay tribute to the greatest band on the planet by putting money in Sharon Osbourne's pocket.
Yeah.
say-
Ozzy dies during the show and becomes a hologram mid-show.
Yeah.
She's like, we had a backup just in case. But I'm excited. I heard that Ozzy's going to do like just 5 songs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Keep it short.
Yeah, he can
Type
probably
5.
barely talk.
That's fine.
Yeah. Well, yeah, he can't talk anymore. Didn't that come out? He can't. He's not verbal. He's nonverbal now.
It's gonna be hard to sing.
Yeah, I think that's a big part of being able to sing.
My favorite
speaking talk.
vocalist is nonverbal.
Do it all in sign
Just do
language.
fucking sign language.
Yeah.
Just doing that weird clapping. You know what's wild is I remember like when I first saw Ozzy like perform like in a video like live. Obviously, you know, in the 2000s like that, when he's kind of like doing that weird hobble and clap, and you're like, oh, he's older. Then you watch him in the 70s, and he still fucking walks and claps that way.
Yeah,
like he just doesn't know how to move his body. It looks like.
Yeah, I think he's just like that's how he walks around.
Yeah,
Well, he's just so fucked up. You know, he's just like kind of hunched over, you know, clapping. All right. But yeah, all right. I think that's that wraps up this month.
It's a tight, action-packed episode.
Tight ass episode.
Right.
I think this episode is going to need a butt plug. You know?
I was gonna say that's after with an episode that tight, we might need to go with the small butt plug. Work our way back up.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, fucking thank you so much for being a guest on this.
Thanks for having me.
Metal P Comedy.
Yep.
On Instagram.
Metal P
Anything
Comedy.
you want to plug?
Nah, just follow that. I don't know
New
where
Austin residence.
Yeah, I'll be all over the place. A bunch of stuff happening in Austin this summer. I'll be bouncing around. So just keep a lookout for whatever I post.
Awesome.
Hell yeah.
Well, this has been sick as fuck. News sucks as always. But there's some good shit.
Some good stuff.
Some good stuff.
Yeah.
I'd say kind of half and half.
I think so. You know,
Which is a rare occurrence. Yeah. No David Draymond. How crazy is that?
Unfortunately.
Damn, I would have liked making fun of him.
Well, after, you know, the mold is slowly killing him, like, you know.
The lore, the David Draymond lore is pretty fucking deep.
That's
apparently he's been like living real life, The Last of Us, and fucking some mold is taking over his
just
body
fucking
right now.
Crazy because like just move, dude. You have enough money.
No,
he's sprouting the fungus out of his head and shit.
Yeah, he's turning into a clicker, dude.
Yeah. Well, anyway, this has been sick. I'm Brandon Baddock, and this has been Disturbing the Priest.